Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video, we'll see what is overloading and what is use of overriding. So how to implement overloading and overriding in Python. So first of all, we have to know about what is oops and what are the different concept of oops and why is oops and what is the benefits of oops. And before that, we have to know about the basic functionality and basic concept of Python programming language, right? So we have to know about what is class, how to create class, how to create object, then also what is indentation, then what is constructor, and also what is method, what is self keyword, self it's a standard word, and how to access the one class property in another class, and what is inheritance. So you have know about that what is inheritance, right? So first of all, we'll see what is inheritance, and then we'll implement the method overloading and method overriding, right? So first of all, we'll create one class. It will be the parent, right? It will be parent. I will create one class by using parent. Then in parent class, I will create one show method, right? Show method, and print this is parent method, right? And then we'll create one more class and inherit it from parent class, right? So it will be child class, right? It's child, and we'll inherit from parent class. This is a single inheritance, right? So now what is use of this inheritance, right? So by using inheritance, we can reduce the length of our length of our code and reusability, and also allows reusability of code, right? By using inheritance, we can reuse the code, right? We can reuse the code. It means we can access the parent class property in child class, right? So which one is a parent class? So parent is our parent class, right? And which one is a child class? It's a child class is a our child class, right? So there is one more class, it's object class, which is parent of all classes, right? So which one is a parent of all classes? Object class is a parent of all classes, right? Every class is a child class by default, right? So now we'll will now we'll create one more method, right? It's a show show one, right? Now I have to access the this show method, right? This show method from parent class to child class, right? So by using super function, right? By using super function, we can access the property of parent class in child class, right? So now I will simply write here super dot show, right? And I will create one object of this child class, right? Child class, and you can see I will access the show method. Show, it's a show, right? I will simply access the show method. Show one. When I print this, you can see it return the parent method, right? It's a parent method. It means we have successfully accessed the show method from parent class in child class, right? So also we can. So now I will write here print. This is child method. Child method, right? So you can see it return two statement, right? First one is a child, the second one is a parent. It means we can access the parent class property in child class by using super function, right? So now also we can access this directly. We can also access directly show method from by using child class, right? So you can see here we have access the parent class method in child class by using object, right? So now first of all, see what is a overloading and then what is a overriding, right? So I will erase this and we'll see what is overloading. So does Python support the method overloading, right? So as officially and as by default, Python does not support the method overloading, right? But we can implement by using different way, right? So what is overloading? So overloading means writing a particular function, writing a particular method in one class, right? With different parameter, right? It means we can write one function, same function with different parameter, right? So and we can write the one method with different parameter, right? So first of all, I will create one class. It's a demo class. Then I will write one show method, right? Show. So now I have to do, I have to overload this show method, right? So how to overload this method? So what is property and what is definition of method overloading? So writing same method with different parameter, right? So I will implement. So first of all, I will create one a equals to, so default parameter, right? It's a default parameter. A equals to none. Then also b equals to none, and also c equals to none, right? And now I will now I will put conditions. If a is not equals to none, and operator, then second b is not equals to none also, and c is not equals to none, right? Right. So now we'll see how to implement the method overloading, right? So I have made one condition. It's a if a is not equals to none and b is not equals to none and also c is not equals to none, then print a comma b comma c, right? Then we'll make one more condition. It's a else. It's a elif, right? It's elif, not else. It's elif a is not equals to none and b is not equals to none, right? Then print a comma b, right? It return two parameter, right? So also last one else, also last one elif elif a is not equals to 0, then print only single a, right? And last one is a else. If we have not passed any parameter, then it return the empty, right? Empty parameter, right? So it return, simply return what it will return. It will return the pass. It will return pass, right? So when, what is use of pass keyword? So pass keyword is used for when we don't want to print anything in our block, an empty block. When we want to initialize empty block, that time you can use pass keyword, right? So I will create one object or demo class first of all. Then we'll try to access object one dot show method. So first of all, we'll pass three parameter, right? I will pass 10 comma 10 comma 10. So you can see it return the 10 comma 10 comma 10. It means we have passed the different parameters. We have passed different parameter for same method, right? So then I will access once more and pass only two parameters, 10 comma 10, right? You can see, here it written only two parameters, right? So one method is written here two parameters. First one are three parameters and then two parameter, right? So now we'll pass only one parameter, only one argument for show method. So it's 10. So you can see here it written only one, parameter of our function, right? So and last one will be passed print only one, not print, it's a obj dot show. So it written a blank, right? You can see here it written a none. So it's clear, guys, how to use and how to implement overloading in our Python program in our class, right? So what is use of what is use of method overloading, and how to implement method overloading by using by implementing condition we can overload the method overloading. So it's first way. So there is a one more way, and which one is second way. So I will create one I will create one method. It's a show method. It's visible, guys. So now how to implement method overloading? It's second way. So second way is it's a course, right? And before that we have to know about what is course and args, right? So we have know about that. What is the use of args? It's a args, right? Star args. So before that I will use only name. So what is use of star args? So whenever we don't know how many parameters and how many arguments we are going to pass, that time we can use the star args, right? So now I will simply print the name, right? And it return. I will create one object of demo class and then try to access the show method. So you can see here I have passed one first of all Ajay. I will create one more object of our same object of our method and try to send the Vijay, then Ajay, and then also Sanjay, right? So you can see here, guys, it return the tuple, right? It return tuple of our parameter, right? So star args return tuple, right? So it's clear, guys, how to implement method overloading by using args, right? It's a star args, right? So there is one more last way. It's a quarks, double star quarks, right? So I will simply pass only simply pass double star and here info, right, and I will return info. So you can see here I have passed the double star info, double star, and then very parameter name uh, in our parameter section of our show method, right, after the self standard word, right? So I will simply create. I have created object of our demo class and I will pass show. So now we have to pass the argument as key and value pair, right? As key and value pair. So I will pass first key will be username. And what is username? It's a ABC, right? It's a ABC. One second, guys, something is wrong. I will simply create. I have created one object, then I will create a show axis show method, and now we have to pass the parameter. It's a key and value pair, right? So first one is the username. Before that we have to know about that. We don't want to write in quotation. So username equals to, right, username equals to ABC. Then also we'll pass MNO mobile number equals to 777. So it's only two parameters though, so I will pass one more parameter in show methods. So it's a 1 equals to 10. Instead of that, a equals to 10, right? Then also b equals to 20, also c equals to 30, also d equals to 40, right? So when I print this, so you can see here it written dictionary, right? So quarks return and dictionary. So what is use of quark? We can overload the methods by using quarks and args, and also by implementing the condition, right? So it's clear, guys, what is method overloading, how to implement method overloading in Python, right? So moving forward, what is method overriding, right? So what is method overriding? So definition of method overriding is, see, rewriting the implementation of parent class method in child class, right? It means whenever child class is not satisfied with implementation of parent class method, that time child class can rewrite the implementation of parent class method in child class, right? It means rewriting the implementation of parent class method in child class is called as method overriding, right? So how to implement method overriding? So first of all, we create one different class. It's class uh, it's a practice class, practic, right? And then I will create one method in the practice class. It's a fun one, it's a fun one method, right? Fun one method, and write print hello, hello. Before that, instead of that, we'll write here good morning Ajay, right? And now we'll create one more class, practice. Instead of practice, we'll use demo. It's a child class, right? And inherit it from parent class. Which one is parent class? It's a practice class, is a parent class, right? So now we have to rewrite the implementation of parent class method. Which one is a parent class method? It's a fun one, is a parent class method, right? So now we have to rewrite the implementation of this function one method from parent class in child class, right? So how to override? So by using same method name, right? By using same method name, function one. And then I will rewrite the implementation of this method. So now simply write, so instead of good morning I have to write good evening Ajay, right? So I will write good evening evening Ajay, right? So what we have done, here, we have written implementation of parent class method in child class, right? So it's a overriding. So now I will create one object, obj equals to object of demo class, right? And I will try to access the fun one from demo. It's a child class, right? So you can see here it written, good evening Ajay, right? So it's clear and it's done, guys. How to override the method, in Python class, right? And how to use class and how to create object. And also we have seen what is overloading, and what are different ways of overloading, of method overloading, and also function overloading, and also constructor overloading, right? So now we have to access the fun one from parent, right? So simply use super function super dot fun one, right? Super dot fun one. So you can see here it written two statement. First one is evening and second one is a good morning, right? So it's clear how to overload and how to override the class method, right? So thank you, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have cleared about what is overloading and what is overriding in Python and in programming language, right? So like my video and subscribe my channel, so we'll get more video from my channel. And we'll see you in next video, right? So thank you, guys.